You've done everything right. Saved your emergency fund, picked a simple investing platform, bought your first ETF, you're an investor now. Or are you? Here's the thing most beginners learn way too late. Going all in doesn't help if you're heading in the wrong direction. The Saver to Investor series is brought to you in partnership with iShares by BlackRock. Last episode, Tom just bought his first broad market ETF, but there are over 350 ETFs listed on the ASX. How did Tom pick one? Before you pick an ETF, you need to know why you're investing. Is it for long-term growth, building an additional income stream, or just to get exposure to something you're excited about? Next, be honest about your risk tolerance. Forget your mate who's going all in on crypto. How much volatility can you handle without losing sleep over your investments? Remember, stock market growth isn't perfectly linear. Some days are going to look a little rocky. A tech-focused ETF, for instance, could soar when the latest innovation hits, but it can also dip hard during market crashes. Knowing what you can handle helps you stay invested through the swings. Finally, check the costs and accessibility. Lower fees mean more of your money stays invested, giving your portfolio time to grow. But some ETFs that are more niche or complex may be a better fit for your goals and can cost a bit more. Now here's the part almost every beginner trips over. They buy one ETF and just expect it to do everything. Meanwhile, more advanced investors, they don't just rely on a single ETF. They design a portfolio that allows them to hit different goals at the same time. Here's how you can do the same. Think of your investments like a solar system. The core sits in the middle, like a big sun. Most of your money lives here. These investments are broad and diversified across sectors or geographies, like the ETFs that track the ASX 200 or the S&P 500. They keep your portfolio steady and growing. Then you have satellite investments, which are like smaller planets orbiting your core. Think Bitcoin, emerging markets, or specific themes like sustainable energy. These ETFs may add some excitement or align with your personal views, and may add higher growth potential at higher risk. But because they're smaller investments, they don't put your whole portfolio at risk. But here's the part most people don't realize. You don't start with satellites. At the early stage, your portfolio is really about building a strong foundation. Most investors keep things simple here, focusing on one or two broad diversified ETFs to form their core. Splitting a smaller portfolio across too many investments can dilute its impact and make it harder to manage. As the portfolio grows over time, that's when satellite investments naturally start to come into the picture. With a larger base, adding smaller, more targeted exposure becomes more practical, allowing for flexibility without taking focus away from the core. Quick pause. This series is brought to you in partnership with iShares by BlackRock. If you're looking to invest in ETFs, iShares gives Aussies access to countless market opportunities through over 50 locally listed ETFs. Curious to learn more? See how ETFs might fit into your own investing journey with the link in our bio. Let's go back to Tom. Tom's goal is to grow long-term wealth. Last episode, he placed all his $10,000 in one broad market ETF. This works, but let's look at how this portfolio exposure could be broadened using the core satellite strategy. One possible split is 50% into Australian equities, 45% into global equities, 5% in Bitcoin. With this structure, Tom now has geographic diversification across Australia and international broad market ETFs. Plus, there's a small holding specifically targeted at cryptocurrency. The biggest trap when building an ETF portfolio is overcomplicating it. More ETFs doesn't mean better investing. Too many ETFs usually leads to more complexity and unnecessary overlap. For most beginners, a strong core and one or two satellites is more than enough. Because good investing isn't about doing more, it's about consistency and time in the market. Today, Tom didn't just buy another ETF. He built a portfolio around his goals that reflected his personal risk tolerance and views for growth. Next episode, we'll talk about how consistent investing and automation can help Tom stay on track, so compounding does most of the heavy lifting. See you in episode 5. Thanks to iShares by BlackRock for supporting this series and helping to bring investing education to more Australians. Check out the link in our bio to learn more.